Arknights is my main gacha. This is a gacha game that I log into every single day. I have not missed a day since I started it, I think back in like March or April in 2022. So you best bet I'm excited for Arknights Endfield. Everyone I know, everyone I have talked to is excited for Arknights Endfield. I did a video 5 months ago titled The Last Gacha You Will Ever Play, Arknights Endfield 2023's biggest anime RPG. And admittedly, yeah, this game is not going to release in 2023, but this was one of my first major videos on this channel. It went on to garner 111,000 views, got thousands of likes, had hundreds of comments. Evidently, you're all equally as excited as I am and are all anticipating news just like I am, which led me to this article right here, Arknights Endfield release date speculation. In our Arknights Endfield release date guide, we dive into when you can expect the upcoming mobile game to arrive, as well as offering a look at its trailer. According to this article, which was published a mere 2 weeks ago, they are going to tell us when they speculate Arknights Endfield is launching. One of the biggest open world anime RPGs on the immediate horizon, as part of one of the largest franchises in gacha as a whole, and I am very excited. Or at least I should be, but you'll find out shortly why I'm not. What I am excited for though is every time I open my email and I get a notification that we have a new patron over on Patreon, because your guys' support allows for me to continue to push out videos like this. And I genuinely and wholeheartedly appreciate every bit of support that you guys give me. Also, if you have a moment, consider following me over on Twitch. I stream there every single weekend. And I'm actually going to be streaming Higan Erithel there this weekend, Wuthering Waves and Honkai Star Rail hopefully sometime later this month as well. So, Arknights Endfield release date speculation. Published by Kaylee. You know what? It doesn't matter who published the article. If you enjoy Arknights, a mobile RPG with intense battles, that is pretty accurate. The battles can get pretty intense. You likely want to know what the Arknights Endfield release date is, as it's to serve as a spin-off to the mainline game. Naturally, this means that you can expect to meet a bunch of new characters, explore fresh locations, and embark on a never-before-seen story. Yeah, that's true. And a completely different game style. Arknights is a strategy game. There's no world whatsoever outside of placing down your units. Arknights Endfield is an open world RPG where, as you can tell in the video that I published, you have the ability to freely roam around as much of the world lets you. This is supposedly an open world RPG. I don't think it's as open necessarily as like Genshin Impact, but still supposedly a very large open world. If Arknights Endgame isn't the only upcoming, and here they advertise links to their Hogwarts Legacy release date, their Hades 2 release date. This is all the information that we don't care about. We're here for Arknights Endfield. Anywho, here's what you need to know about the Arknights Endfield release date. This is exactly what we are here for. This is why we clicked this article on Google. This was the #1 result when you search for Arknights Endfield. This is also the #1 result when you search for Arknights Endfield release date. Arknights Endfield release date speculation. Unfortunately, there's no word on when we can expect the game to hit mobile devices. However, we'll update this guide as soon as new information comes to light. So they advertise at the top of their article, we have an Arknights Endfield release date guide. We dive into when you can expect the game to arrive. The title literally states they have a speculated release date. When you finally navigate all the way down to the release date speculation, they just go on to blatantly state, we have no idea when it's coming. We have no idea whether it's even coming this year or next year. These are the kinds of websites that are ranked at the top of Google. These are the kinds of articles that players see when they are seeking out information. See, there's clickbait. And then there's whatever this is. Clickbait is when you bait people in, whether it is to watch a video, whether it is to read an article, but you also deliver on the topic that you were baiting them in for. That is not the case here. See, the last gacha you'll ever play. This could very well be the last gacha that you ever play. It could also be 2023's biggest anime RPG. If it released in 2023, I did this video back in 2022. I had a picture of Surtur in the thumbnail. See, this is all a form of bait. but I delivered on all of it by discussing everything that I mentioned in the title and the thumbnail. This right here, this is bait where they do not deliver. And unfortunately, this kind of content just runs rampant across Google. At the same time, it's also unfortunate that there is no new news with regards to Arknights Endfield. Arknights Endfield has not had any information released, I think, in approximately a year. Yet people continue to push out articles like this: release date speculation, beta date speculation, new information. The fact of the matter is, Endfield is just not far enough through its development process where they are capable and comfortable releasing that kind of information to the public. Because the likely scenario here is they don't meet that deadline, and then players end up ultimately disappointed, and they lose player trust. I was hoping to do an updated Arknights Endfield video, perhaps with a speculated release date or a speculated beta date, but unfortunately, that's just not possible because absolutely nobody knows when this game is coming. Nobody knows if or when they plan on holding a test phase, other than the developers themselves. I still think this game is going to be a phenomenal game. I urge you guys to go ahead and look at my video on Arknights Endfield if you haven't already, because I detail everything you need to know about it. This very well could be the biggest anime RPG release of its respective year, but other than that, all we can do is wait. Now, if Arknights Endfield is not something you're interested in, absolutely no problem. I got you covered with 2 different videos on screen right now, one featuring a list of gacha games that are scheduled to and confirmed to be releasing this month, the other featuring a gacha game that I strongly urge you take a look at that is also releasing later this year.